Area High School basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
Marion Everhart, Maddie Ingram in with you from the high school gym as we are getting ready for the number 4 seed Clopton Lady Hawks taking on number 5 Monroe City. And Maddie, this is a game that on paper should be very good.
Should be a pretty good game. It's a 4-5 matchup, looking to make their way to the championship side of the bracket. And both teams, they're just schools that really come to compete no matter what sport it is, but basketball is one of those sports that they're always going to be competitive.
A lot of names that we're going to see are very familiar from the softball season, so they're athletes that we've seen already this season. We're going to break it all down more when we have the Bowling Green Pharmacy pregame show coming up next here on Eagle 102.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Hi, this is Brock Mitchell, and I am a physical therapist with Advanced Physical Therapy in Bowling Green. At Advanced Physical Therapy, we treat everything from sports injuries to work rehabilitation, arthritis, and post-surgical rehabilitation. This includes spinal care, balance issues, and vestibular treatment. You have a choice when it comes to physical therapy, and we hope you choose Advanced Physical Therapy. Conveniently located across from Bowling Green High School on Business 61. Call us today to schedule your next physical therapy appointment at 573-324-6079.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated, and Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, you name it, and Ed will tackle it. Just call 573-324-3433 and let the friendly, knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug Booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
So, Maddie, this game we mentioned should be pretty good on paper. The difference is Clopton is missing their senior guard this evening, Madeline Bruni, and I tell you what, that's going to play a difference.
That's definitely going to play a difference, as Madeline Bruni has been a big key part of Clopton for the last few years, and she brings a lot of energy, she brings a lot of leadership, and so they're going to have to play without her today, and that's just going to have to, you're just going to have to adapt out on the court.
And like most of us, unfortunately, Madeline has been suffering from a little bit of illness, and that's just kind of the way the ball bounces, unfortunately, this time of year. They're not exactly sure when she'll be back, as it's taken its toll on well, again, like everybody else, so we wish her best of luck with the recovery. Hopefully to see her back here before the end of the tournament would be nice, but I don't think they're counting on it.
Yeah, and, you know, as a senior, she's wanting to play in this tournament, so it's not like it's an easy thing for her to be away from this and being away from her team, but Clopton's going to have to make the adjustment today.
They're going to, and we'll talk about those adjustments as some changes have been made in the starting lineup from when we were down here and Clopton was playing Mark Twain. We'll talk about that coming up in just a few moments. But right now, between these two schools, Clopton's sitting at 5-5. Their record, for the first 3 games, or I guess it was really their first 3 losses, they had lost by 3 points. There were such close games. They went in and they had a big tough matchup against Ellsbury that kind of changed things in Ellsbury. They came back, got some more wins, won against Liberty Christian before Christmas break.
That was a big win for them.
Went over, faced Cairo over at Moberly Area Community College.
And that
do I have that right, or is it John Wood Community
it
College?
It was Moberly, I think.
Yeah, Liberty was at John Wood Community College.
Yes.
So faced Cairo over there. Of course, Cairo's a tough team. That didn't go the way they wanted. Bruni was already out. So suffered a loss over there. So they're sitting at 5-5 on the season. They're at 500. Most coaches would tell you, okay, that's not bad. We're starting the first of the year. We're at 5-5. We're doing pretty good. But we know that basketball is a winning tradition here at Clopton, and that's not good enough.
No, and Coach Street and Coach Alejandro as well, they're both going to be pushing the girls to get better throughout the course of the season. But it starts right here at this tournament, and they want to go home with a victory of this tournament, their own tournament. They always want to win this if they can, and so this is really where they should turn the page and move forward.
Well, we talked to Coach Street before the tournament. We had a few little sports briefs for him, and she made the comment that the girls always step up extra heavy when it comes to this tournament. So, it's a one game where this is our tournament. This is how things are going to go. So I'll be anxious to see how that plays. Now let's flip over to Monroe City. They are a very good team. They're kind of coming on a rebuilding year. Actually, the last couple of years have been a rebuilding year, but they have some really strong talent. We talked about names that we've seen, from the softball when Ellsbury played them up there. Was it sectionals? Quarterfinals?
Yes, it was districts. The district was hosted
You're right.
there. Yep.
You're right. We're going to hear names again. I like Olivia Chin. She was big over there. Audrey Youngblood. That was another one. That was a big one.
Lucy Pratt.
Yeah, Lucy Pratt. So one thing that I've noticed is that really they're not senior heavy whatsoever. If my information is correct, which is always scary coming into the first of the year. But Chin and Skylar Gooseney, are the only seniors on the team for Monroe City. So they have a very young squad as well.
And it's a good core of girls. They're athletic, and they're going to be really, really fast, and they're going to push you. Just like we saw at the Monroe City tournament. You're going to be pushed, and so Clopton's going to have to step up to the challenge today.
So we'll talk about that as we have the keys to the game for you coming up next as you're listening to Clopton Tournament Action on Eagle 102.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 Keys to the Game.
Well, I think keys to the game are Maddie, really basically kind of what they've been all season long for the Clopton Lady Hawks, except for tonight they're going to have to take care of the ball a little extra more. Again, we talked about Madeline Bruni. She's going to be sitting on the bench. She is well enough to be here. She's just not well enough to actually be out participating. So she's going to be on the bench providing that leadership from the bench this evening, but going to have to take care of the basketball. They're down a guard, and that's always a big deal.
Yes, and so they've had a little bit of foul trouble earlier in the year, and so taking care of that ball, minimizing the turnovers today is going to be crucial, especially with the speed of Monroe City. They're going to be quick, and so if you let that ball get loose, they're going to take it, and they're going to take it straight to the hoop. So that could be some trouble today, and they're just going to have to be on their toes.
Starting in her spot this evening is going to be Skylar Parker, somebody who's been coming off the bench now for 2 years for Clopton. She's definitely familiar with the role, so at least you have some experience coming off the bench there. But the key is we talked about, we saw it over at Monroe City at the tournament. We saw Monroe City play. Mark Twain, you and I did. But they are fast, and that is something that, Clopton's going to have to deal with. They've kind of struggled so far this season with the height, but it doesn't look like, just looking out there, that there's a whole lot of height difference between the two. But I have a feeling the speed is going to be something that is going to be a little new to them. And I think that taking care of that basketball, personally, I would like to see them come out and do that full court pressure, that jump trap that they like to run, that defense. but I'm not sure how well it'll work on Monroe City. But I would like to see them come out the gates with it to show that they're going to be aggressive.
Yes, and being aggressive early and driving the ball to the hoop, staying in possession of the ball. It's going to be tough for Monroe City to respond to that, I think, at first especially. So if you can get on top and get that lead early, put that pressure on, and show them that you know what you're doing out there and you're ready to play ball today, it's going to make it tough.
As for Monroe City, I think their big key to tonight's matchup is rebounds, and more rebounds.
And Clopton is going to shoot the ball, so they're going to have the opportunity to get to those rebounds. They're quick. They're set up defensively in the way that they're supposed to be and ready to go. I can see them getting quite a few rebounds this evening.
Just getting in that position. They do have the slight bit of height difference advantage. We talked about some of the names we saw before. We know that they're aggressive out there. We know that they've come to play. They see themselves, we're a 5 seed. We can take down a number 4 seed. That's not a problem. There's so many things going on here tonight. I think it's going to be a great one. Look for big things coming out of Shanna Yates and Brea Smith, who are lined up as one of the captains here tonight for the Clopton Lady Hawks. I really look for some big things from Campbell Lindsay, who will probably come off the bench.
Yes.
She's been a great additive coming off the bench. We mentioned Skylar Parker had been coming off the bench, but she's starting tonight. And Tinley Spoonster has been a spark plug for them as well. And that may help when it comes to the rebounding.
And that's just an example of the tradition that you have here at Clopton and kids coming up. And as a freshman, you have Tinley Spoonster starting, but she's not only starting, she's making an impact. And it's just the tradition that you see at Clopton High School all through the years. It starts young with basketball.
All right, we'll talk about those starting lineups coming up next as you're listening to Clopton Tournament Action on Eagle 102.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company of New Haven and Pepsi-Cola of Bowling Green is proud to sponsor local schools and athletic teams. Pepsi is the beverage of choice and exclusive soft drink in all schools in Pike, Lincoln, Montgomery, and Warren counties. Besides Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sundrop, and Sierra Mist, Pepsi-Cola of Bowling Green also distributes Aquafina water, Dole juices, Lipton teas, Frappuccinos, Gatorade, and Sobe energy drinks. Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company of New Haven and Bowling Green.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are brought to you by Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy.
All right, let's start with the visitors on the scoreboard this evening. That is the Monroe City Lady Panthers. They are the number 5 seed in this tournament. They are in their road black jerseys, gold numbers, and white trim. They are starting a junior guard wearing number 11, Meredith Garnes. A sophomore forward wearing number 12, Kaylin Chapman. A junior guard wearing number 14, Lucy Pratt. A freshman guard wearing number 23, Naren Hayes. And a sophomore forward, Audrey Youngblood. We're going to get the Clopton Lady Hawks starting lineups in on this one real quick because you know they're going to turn off the lights on me and I can't read. They're starting a 5'5 junior wearing number 11, Brea Smith. A 5'5 sophomore wearing number 13, Skylar Parker. A 5'2 junior wearing number 20, Jasmine Hammett. A 5'6 senior, I'm so sorry, Shanna Yates. She wears number 22. And the 5'6 freshman wearing number 35, Tinley Spoonster. Boy, I got that in just in time, didn't I?
Just in time. Looks like some cell phones are going, trying to provide some light for you, Marianne. I don't think it's going to stretch over here, though.
Yeah, I don't think we have to worry about that. They're going to do it, but they've kind of everybody's gone to the whole lights and production going on, and I tell you what, it's been a lot of fun.
Feels like Mizzou Arena at times.
It does. Again, this is a 4-5 matchup. If you're just joining us earlier this evening here in the high school gym, number 1 Winfield came from behind to defeat number 8 Mark Twain 61-32. Winfield never took the lead until a minute 53 to go in the second quarter. So that's when they got their first lead. So they advance on. The winner of this game will face Winfield Wednesday night, 6 o'clock here in the high school gym. The loser will face Mark Twain in the middle school gym. Speaking of the middle school gym, number 2 Silex walked away with the win over number 7 Wright City, 61-33. Silex is now waiting for the winner between number 2 Ellsbury and number 6 Louisiana going on right now. Marion Everhart, Maddie Ingram in with you here on Eagle 102 and KJFMradio.com. We'll have your opening tip for you coming up. In this matchup, Clopton will be moving from our left to right on the dial. And I tell you what, we'll be anxious to see how this one goes. I was looking out there, and it looks like Youngblood may be the tallest out of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure she's going to be jumping center. I'm just not sure. Oh, it's going to be against Shanna Yates.
She might be the quickest of all of them, too, if my memory serves me correctly from softball season. Really long legs, moves pretty fast.
And here we go. Controlling the basketball is Monroe City. With it, up top. Pass it over to Gers, yes. Gers with it. Finds Youngblood at the elbow on the far side. She looks man-to-man defense from the Lady Hawks. Go down side, and it looks like Brea Smith's going to pick up her first foul of the night.
Good defense. She just moved her feet, trying to not get too tied up, and turns into a foul. So that'll be her first of the evening.
Hayes will inbound the basketball along the baseline on the far side. She's looking, needs someone to get open. And it's Tinley Spooster coming in and knocking the ball out of bounds, so they'll have to do it from the free throw line extended in front of the Clopton crowd. Again, Hayes has the inbound honor. She's guarded on the inbounds play by Parker. Parker bounces up and down, holds her hands high. They get inside, find it into Pratt. Pratt holds the ball high. She's guarded by Hammett. Hammett doesn't give her much space. At the elbow is Chapman. Chapman back out top to Youngblood. Youngblood between the circles. She's guarded by Smith. Picks up her dribble, needs some help. Smith comes out, puts some pressure on, tips the ball around, was able to get it back in her hands. Youngblood was. And now over to the far side to Pratt. Pratt takes it in near side, kicks it out. Long 3-ball on the way, and it's good. So the first points are scored tonight, and that was by Gers. With it is Parker. Parker pushes it into the front court, dishes out to Hammett. Hammett from the block extended. Her shot's up. It's no good. Ball's tipped around, and it's going to be Spoonster picking up a foul. Again, it's not really an over-the-back foul, but that's what we've decided we're going to call it from here on out.
So that is 2 fouls on the day for Clopton.
3-0 our score. Monroe City leads this one, and we haven't even played a full minute. Here's that full-court pressure that I was hoping to see Clopton would come out in as Chapman has it. Chapman gets the pressure in there. Long throw up. Spoonster knocks it out of the way. Now it's taken right back. Right in front of Clopton's bench. Youngblood over to the far side to Pratt. Pratt directs traffic. She looks. Inside to that's to Gars. Gars shots up. It's no good. Ball's tipped around. With the rebound is Smith. Smith pushes it in the front court, and she throws it right into the hands of Gars. Gars brings it into the front court. Back up top to Pratt. Pratt guarded
by Hammett.
Pratt takes it to the elbow, kicks out to Youngblood on the near wing. She was middle of Clopton's bench, takes it between the circles now. Going to hand it back out to Gars. Gars works it around, picks up her dribble. Spoonster comes out with a little pressure now to Youngblood over on the far wing. Guarded by Smith, puts the ball in the court with her right hand, all the way down the block. Shots up, it's no good. Ball's tipped around, goes out of bounds, stays with Monroe City. 3-0 our score, 6:08 to go here in the first quarter. Monroe City leads this one in this 4-5 matchup. So Hayes looks to get in. Back up top with it to Chapman. Chapman to Pratt. Pratt backs it up. Over on the far wing. Bounce pass going back there to Youngblood. Youngblood's cut off. Shots up. Fouled. No good. And she's going to be fouled by Yates.
By Yates, yep.
And Youngblood will go to the line and get a chance to shoot 2.
3 fouls now for Clopton. First of the day for Shana Yates.
First free throw shot is up and good. She'll get the second. 4-0 is our score. Second free throw shot is also good. Nothing but net for Monroe City. Skylar Parker runs into some trouble. Tries to get it into the hands of Yates. It's taken away by Pratt. Pratt takes it to the other end. Goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with Monroe City.
Got into a trap there, and then the ball was stripped as she was trying to make the pass, and Pratt was right there to make the grab when she was throwing it out.
So inbounding the ball is Hayes. She goes back door. Pratt's there. Feeds it inside, and it goes out of bounds. I'm going to say it's tipped by Clopton, though, so it'll stay with Monroe City.
Darren Hayes will toss it in.
With it, long three on the way, and it's good. That was by Hayes. That's the second tray of the night. Makes it 8-0. With the ball is Smith. Smith down low to Hammett. Hammett goes up, shot rolls around, it's no good. With the rebound is Hayes. Hayes working against Hammett in the backcourt, throws it up to Pratt. Pratt crosses the timeline, takes it to the far wing, and she's going to be ran over by Hammett as Hammett just can't put on the brakes.
So she'll have her first foul.
That's 3 fouls here in the first quarter for Clopton with 5:22 to go in the first. 8-0 lead, Monroe City. Campbell Lindsay checking in, to the game.
Yep.
I keep wanting to screw it up and go backwards with poor Campbell.
Lindsay Campbell.
Yeah. So with the basketball up tops, Pratt. Pratt dribbles with the right hand, brings it near side to Youngblood. Youngblood underneath the Hayes. Hayes shots up, and it's good. It's a 10-point lead for Monroe City here with 5:15 to go in the first quarter. Timeout on the court. We'll take one as well. You're listening to Clopton Tournament action on Eagle 102.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Stay tuned for Clopton tournament coverage all week long with Eagle 102 Sports, brought to you by Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, Center Locker Service, and PJ Salon.
So Monroe City comes out in that 1-2-2 defense. Full court, they get it to Smith. Smith able to get it down low to Lindsay. Lindsay shots up and good. Campbell Lindsay with the first 2 points of the night for the Hawks.
That makes it 10-2.
And automatically there's a steal on the inbound play. Gets it back into the hands of Clopton. Parker with it. Back up top. Parker working against Hayes. And a little bit of trouble. Brings it near side to Spoonster. Spoonster at the head of Monroe City's bench. Spins around top of the key. Now near side with it to Lindsay. Lindsay dribbles with the left hand. Crossover dribble. Loses the handle. And they're going to call a foul. And that's going to go against Gers.
That is her first of the day, and that is the first from Monroe City.
That is. So Spoonster will inbound the basketball right at the head of Monroe City's bench. She's guarded on the inbounds play by Youngblood. Needs some help, gets it from Smith. Smith finds it, takes it down the block on the near side, back out, guarded by Pratt. Needs some help, gets it from Lindsay. Lindsay on the wing, now top to Parker. Parker works, looks inside, puts the ball on the court, has to pick up her dribble. She's going to get some help from Yates, and now it goes inside to Lindsay. Lindsay back out to Spoonster. Spoonster from the block extended. It's short. Chasing her rebound, gets her own rebound. Back to Lindsay. Lindsay down the short corner, back up to Spoonster. Swings it. Yates. On the far side to Smith. Now to Parker once again. Lindsay with it. Top of the key. She finds a hole. She splits the defense. Count the bucket and the foul.
Great move there by Campbell Lindsay, and able to get Clopton into this game as they were down 10-0. But since she stepped in, she's put 4 points on the board.
So Lindsay will head back to the free throw line. That's 2 on Gers. So checking in for her is Taylor, I believe it's Paff.
Taylor Paff, yep.
Lindsay for the and 1. Shot on the way, and it's good. She has all 5 points here for the Clopton Hawks, and this 10-5 lead for Monroe City. Pratt takes it all the way to the end of Clopton's bench, up to Pratt. Pratt. Also checking in was Jones. Myra Jones came in the game. Jones with it now to the far side, with it to Hayes. Hayes looks underneath, loses a handle on it. Parker tries to save it, but it rolls out of bounds, so it stays with Monroe City. 10-5 our score, 3:49 to go in the first quarter. Monroe City's led the entire game. Campbell Lindsay has all 5 points for the Clopton Lady Hawks. They get it in to Pratt. Pratt guarded by Lindsay now. She puts the ball in the court, picks it up, brings it near side to Jones. Jones at top of the key, back to Pratt. Pratt, one dribble, needs some help, finds it on the near side. Paff takes it all the way down. Her shot's up, it's no good. With the rebound is Parker. Parker into the front court, loses a handle out, and they're going to call her on the double dribble.
Looked like it may have hit her in the thigh while she was running. She was just a little too quick and then had to pick it up, and she made the throw.
Riley Kuntz and Jasmine Hammett check back in the basketball game for Yates and Spoonster. Still full court pressure from the Lady Hawks. They get it to Pratt. Pratt, guarded by Hammett, behind the back. At the half-court line, Hammett providing all kinds of pressure. Pratt finds a hole, takes it in, tries to go up. It's up and down. And they're going to call the jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Hawks.
Good defense there. Believe that was Riley Kuntz.
Parker pushes it into the front court. She takes it all the way to the far side, picks up her dribble, needs some help. Gets it from Lindsay. Lindsay to Smith. Smith back out to Lindsay. Lindsay, top of the key, brings it near side to Parker. Parker to Lindsay. One dribble, little pitch and catch up top. Down low to Hammett. Hammett takes it in the paint. She goes up. Her shot's blocked by Monroe City, but comes down in the hands of Lindsay. Her shot's up and no good. Goes out of bounds. Saying last touch by Clopton.
2:52 to play here in the first quarter. It's 10-5. Monroe City leads Clopton. Beginning it was 10-0 Monroe City, but Clopton has made a comeback.
Monroe City having to get a player off, and they're going to give Pratt a little bit of a breather as Hayes is going to do the inbounds honors. Paff and Brea Smith going toe-to-toe, and they're going to hit Campbell Lindsay with a foul.
That is her second foul already here in the game.
Campbell's? It's only her first, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah, it's her first.
Yes, that's Campbell's first.
Well, because Brea Smith, we thought it was going to be on Brea, and then they held up the 44. Shayna Yates has come in for Smith. And referee Chad Redding clarifying the foul. He says, no, I got the right call.
So that is the first foul for Campbell.
So Hayes looks inside, gets it inside to Paff. Paff running toe-for-toe with Parker. And ball's knocked out of bounds. And it's going to go back to Clopton.
Good defense there by Skylar Parker. Really applying a pressure there.
So Parker back across the timeline. Between the circles. Running the defense for the Lady Hawks tonight. She's going to lose a handle on the ball. There it says last touched in there by Hayes. Tinley Spoonster set to return. Coming in for Lindsay. Looks like who also returned?
We have Riley Kuntz and
we
also have Hammett.
Yeah, coming in was Chen for Monroe City. Parker with it into the paint. Needs some help. Out to Yates. Yates wants the three. It's high. It's arcing. It's nothing but net.
Big three there from the senior, making this now 10-8. Monroe City still has the lead.
And here comes Clopton's defense. Throw a long pass up. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Monroe City. Back to Clopton. It goes.
Brea Smith coming in, I believe, for Riley Kuntz.
We talked about the pressure of the defense that Clopton can have. So Parker with it now for Clopton. Across the timeline. Top of the key. Brings it near side to Spoonster. Spoonster goes inside, and Shannon Yates is going to be fouled. And that's going to go against Paff.
That is her first foul of the day.
2:08 to go here in the first quarter. We got a timeout on the court. We'll take a timeout as well. Monroe City leads Clopton by 2, 10-8 as you're listening to Clopton Tournament Action on Eagle 102.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder, Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Stay tuned for Clopton tournament coverage all week long with Eagle 102 Sports, brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, Bolin Chevrolet, Sun Window Company, and Rick Rodhouse Insurance Agency.
Yates to inbound the basketball for Clopton. They get it right in to Hammett, and it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Monroe City. 2:06 to go here in the basketball game. Clopton has 8 unanswered points in this one as Monroe City got up 10-0, and Clopton came back and has put up 8, courtesy of Campbell Lindsay, and a big 3 by Shannon Yates. And Pratt getting the ball across the timeline for the Lady Panthers. Down low, shots up, it's off the glass, no good, but she's fouled. And by she, we are talking about Hathaway, Sam Hathaway, who's coming in. And she's going to get to shoot 2.
And that is on Brea Smith.
That is her second. So at the free throw line, is Hathaway. Her first free throw shot is good. That's the first point scored since Clopton went on their 8-0 run. Parker comes out. Looks like Lindsay returns.
Monroe City so far 3 for 3 from the charity stripe.
And you just jinxed them. So
I did.
Monroe City fans can thank you for that. 11-8 is our score. 1:52 to go here in the first quarter. Parker's coming back along with Stacia Talbert for Brea Smith and Jasmine Hammond. So Smith with 2 fouls. Coach Street knows that she needs Smith in this game for a while. Going to give her a little bit of breather here with 1:52 to go here in the first quarter. Parker takes it all the way down. Kicks out to Lindsay. Lindsay backs it up to the free throw line over to the far side with it to Spoonster. Spoonster with the weave to Parker. Parker pulls it up. Her shot tries to bank it in. It's up. No good. Ball's loose. Coming away with the basketball is Chin. Feeds the ball off. It's to Jones. Jones in a little bit of trouble. Finds Pratt now at the timeline. Near side with it to Chin. Chin puts the ball on the court. Takes it all the way to the other side. Tries to push off of Yates. Is going to go out of bounds. We'll say his last touch. Yates on its way out. 1:19 to go here in the first quarter. 11-8 our score. Monroe City leads.
Couple of changes here.
Yep. Youngblood and Hayes returns along with Megan Hayes. So we have Naren Hayes and Megan Hayes. We'll see if we can keep those separated for you.
Megan Hayes, number 10. Naren Hayes, number 23.
And Naren, who's inbounding the ball. They get the ball into Pratt. Pratt goes up in the paint. Count the bucket and the foul.
Foul's going to go on Yates. So that is her second. So in foul trouble early as we haven't even finished the first quarter.
You know, we talked about the importance of making sure of not fouling. And this one, so Kuntz comes in. As Pratt stands at the free throw line for the and one. Looks like Monroe City's got some more players coming in, but the shot's up. It's no good. It's being tipped around a couple different times. Coming away with it is Clopton. Kuntz throws a long pass up to Parker. Parker stops. Shot's up and good.
Skylar Parker's first points of the day, making this score 13-10.
Headed back the other direction. And Campbell Lindsay with the steal. She's going to take it down. Up off the glass. Oh, it's no good. Hit too hard. Now Parker's going to foul. They're going to walk to the other end. And Naren Hayes is going to get a 1-and-1 as that's the 8th team foul.
Skylar Parker's first foul of the day.
Hayes was in good position when Parker came down. She ran right into her. Made the contact. And here's Monroe City doing that where they're pulling everybody off the line. Naren has the 1-and-1. Free throw shot up, and it's good.
She has 6 points now on the day.
She'll get a second. On the way, and it's money as well. 15-10 is our score. Monroe City has led this entire basketball game as Parker in some trouble. And we got a timeout. Coach Street calls a timeout to avoid the turnover. We'll take a timeout as well. 47 ticks to go here in the first. Monroe City leads Clopton by the score of 15-10. You're listening to Clopton Tournament Action on Eagle 102.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
Stay tuned for Clopton tournament coverage all week long with Eagle 102 Sports. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Northeast Missouri Title Company, and Meyer Implement Company.
Clopton inbounds the basketball after calling the timeout. With it is Parker. Parker brings it to the near side, hands it off to Spoonster. Spoonster working the weave, gets it to Lindsay. Lindsay on the block on the near side, backs up, now finds Spoonster at the elbow. On the near side, loses the handle, right back to Lindsay. Lindsay working around the top of Monroe City's bench. She splits the defense, gets it to Kuntz. Kuntz drives the baseline, her shot's up, it's no good. But she's going to the free throw line, she's going to get to shoot two.
The foul is on number 23, Naren Hayes, and that is her first foul of the day, but shooting two is Riley Kuntz.
26.5 ticks to go here in the first quarter. Monroe City up by 5. Kuntz's first free throw shot's off the back of the rim, a little hard. Monroe City's led by as many as 10 in this first quarter. As Coots dribbles, shots up, off the back of the rim once again, a little too hard with the rebound. Was Monroe City. Hayes to Pratt. Pratt, long pass up. That's to the other Hayes, Megan. Megan in the corner. Back up top to Pratt. Pratt chases down the loose basketball. Now back between the circles. Gets some pressure in there from Lindsay. She's working around trying to create some space. Lindsay gets a little reach in there and looks for the screen. Pratt dribbles into some traffic and is taken away by Clopton. They throw it out to Parker. Parker looks to take it all the way down. She can't. She was hoping to get the foul. They didn't give it. And that is how the first quarter ends. Monroe City leads Clopton by the score of 15-10. We got second quarter action coming your way next here on Eagle 102.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Are you looking for a small town bank that will deliver personalized service? This is Michael Mudd, President and CEO of Silex Banking Company. Come visit us at our 20 South 2nd Street location in Silex for a sit-down one-on-one experience. If you can't stop by, visit us online at silexbank.com or call 573-384-5221. We also offer mobile deposit, e-statements, and online banking. Silex Banking Company, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Since 1939, Meyer Implement Company has been serving the local agricultural and business communities with quality sales and service. Meyer Implement is also taking great pride in supporting those communities and would like to wish the area sports teams the best of luck throughout their seasons. Be sure to stop by and visit the people who truly appreciate your business. Meyer Implement Company in Bowling Green.
Stay tuned for Clopton tournament coverage all week long with Eagle 102 Sports, brought to you by Pogue Ford, Silex Banking Company, and Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic.
Monroe City has the ball to start the second quarter, leading Clopton at 15-10, and that was an exciting first quarter. I can't wait for the next three.
Lots of pressure from both defenses, and it's made it tough and continues here.
And just like that, Pratt gets it over in the far corner. Ball's knocked out of bounds right into the cheering section for Clopton, the student section.
That was Yates and Smith, and they had trapped her. She couldn't do too much with her hands straight up.
So Hayes looks to inbound the basketball. They get it right into Pratt. Pratt back up in the corner, gets it up top to Hayes. That's Naren. Naren works around Youngblood with it on the near side. Youngblood gets it back to Hayes, and now Skylar Parker is going to pick up her second foul as she was reaching for the basketball and made contact, and Naren Hayes went to the floor. So it's another 1-and-1 situation. Nope, it'll be two because that's the 10th team foul for Clopton.
Quite a few fouls here. We haven't even reached halftime. They're going to have to be very careful moving through the second quarter and through the rest of the game.
Hayes' first free throw shot is up and no good. She'll get the opportunity for the second. 15-10 is our score. 7:45 to go here in the ball game. In the first half. As Monroe City leads as they make the second free throw shot, makes it 16-10.
Naren Hayes is leading scoring for Monroe City. She has 8 points on the day.
So with the basketball, Spoonster back out top to Parker. They got down underneath the basket, the Hawks did, but they were too far underneath and had to move the ball back out. Parker to Spoonster. Spoonster from the block extended. Shots up and good. Tenley Spoonster with her first points of the night. So headed back the other direction is Monroe City. Hayes, Naren takes it up. Her shot's up. It's no good. Ball's loose. Come on with it. It's Megan Hayes. She kicks it out. Now into the paint with it was Chapman. It's no good. Moving around is Megan Hayes with it. Megan directing traffic back near side to Youngblood. Youngblood in the middle of Clopton's bench. Holds the ball up high. She's guarded by Spoonster. Now top of the key to Megan. Megan kicks it out to Naren. Naren wants the three. It's off the rim. Youngblood there for the putback. It's no good. Ball's loose. Coming away with it is Chapman. Chapman feeds it out to Pratt. Pratt can't hold on to it. Goes out of bounds.
She's helped up by Brea Smith.
A turnover for Monroe City. Checking back in the basketball game now is Jones. That's Myra Jones. Yates inbounds to Parker. Parker works it across the timeline. Half-court defense from Monroe City. Brings it near side to Spoonster. Back up top to Parker. Parker looks for Smith. Smith at the free throw line. Stops. Pops for two. Off the back of the rim. It's no good. Ball's loose with the rebound.
That's Lucy Pratt.
Pratt working against Hammett. Gives a fake. Moves to the other side. Now brings it back near side. All the way down. Lobs it down low. Shots up. Count the bucket and the foul.
Foul, I believe, is on Tenley Spoonster.
That's Chapman with her first 2 points.
No, that is on Hammett.
It is her second foul. So Kaylin Chapman going for the and one. Her shot's up off the back of the rim. No good. Ball's loose. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Monroe City. 6:22 to go in the half. Monroe City leads Clopton 18-12. Parker once again puts the ball in play for the Lady Hawks. Brings it into the front court. She's going to be fouled. And it'll be the 16th foul for Monroe City. And that's going on Naren Hayes. That's her second. Megan Hayes is going to come in for Naren. Yates to inbound the ball along the baseline on the near side. Gets it right into Spoonster. Back up to Smith. Smith looks. Back to Yates. Yates wants another three. It's high arcing. No good. With the rebound is Megan. And taken away with it is Yates. Yates to Spoonster. Or excuse me, to Parker. To Smith. Back to Yates. Yates at the head of Monroe City's bench. Now it's taken away by Monroe City. With it was Chapman. And all of a sudden we've got another one.
That was Hammett.
Hammett diving on the court. Gets the call for the travel. So it's Monroe City's basketball. Still full court pressure. They get right into Youngblood. Youngblood to Hayes. That's Megan. Megan throws a long pass up to Pratt. Pratt finds a hole. Takes it down the block. She shoots. It's necked. So Lucy Pratt with another two.
So she has 4 on the day.
It's an 8-point lead for Monroe City here with 5:36 to go in the first half. Monroe City is led by as many as 10. Parker finds Smith. Smith tries to split the defense. It's a turnover for the Lady Hawks as Monroe City gets the ball back in their hands. Pratt.
Hayes to Pratt.
Pratt trying to avoid the trap. They get to Hayes. Hayes takes it into the paint. Kicks it out on the far side to Jones. Jones wants a long three. No good, but she's shooting three. No. What do we got here? A foul away from the ball. And it's against Monroe City. And that was against Youngblood.
So an offensive foul on Youngblood, and that is her first foul of the day.
Kuntz is coming in the basketball game. It should be a 1-and-1 as Brea Smith's at the free throw line. Shanna Yates is going to get a little bit of a breather. As we mentioned, Smith is at the free throw line for the 1-and-1. If she makes her 2, Campbell will come in for her. Smith dribbles the basketball, shots up, and it's good. 20-13 is our score. Monroe City on top by 7, 5:11 to go here in the first half.
First score by Smith today.
Second free throw shot as she dribbles once again. Shot up on the way, and it's good as well. So she's going to get a breather as Campbell Lindsay checks in. It's a 6-point lead for Monroe City.
5:11 still to play in the half.
Full court pressure by Clopton. Pratt with the basketball. Over to the far side to Hayes. Hayes brings it in the front court. Lindsay with all kinds of pressure back to Pratt. Hammett comes out. Doesn't give him any room. Now Pratt takes it all the way in. She stops, pops for 2. Rims in and out, no good. Ball's loose. With the rebound is Monroe City. That's Chapman. She gets it out to Paff. Over to the far side with Pratt. Brings it back near side to Hayes. Hayes, long shot on the way. It's up. It's no good. Ball bounces around. Saving it from going out of bounds is Monroe City. Jones back with it. Jones to the near side. Picks up her dribble. Gets it to Hayes. That's Megan. Holds the ball high. Looks underneath to Jones. Nothing there. Puts the ball on the court. Now finds Paff over on the far side. Paff dribbles in some traffic. And Campbell Lindsay reaches in there. Grabs a hold of that basketball. They call it jump ball. Possession error favors Clopton.
She is scrappy. She gets in there and she does her job, and you can definitely tell why Coach Street plays her.
She's been a great addition for the Lady Hawks coming off the bench. That is for sure. Skylar Parker brings it into the front court now for the Lady Hawks. This Monroe City team has been just as aggressive as we thought they were going to be, Maddie, and I tell you what, they've played an impressive ball game as well.
They have.
Kuntz finds Lindsay. Lindsay shots up, no good, but she's headed to the free throw line. She's going to shoot 2.
And the foul is on number 15, and that is Taylor Paff, and that is her second foul.
So Lindsay dribbles the basketball, spins it in her hands. First free throw shot is up on the way. In and out, no good. We knew this was going to be a fun game between these two. We knew they both were going to be very aggressive. Monroe City hasn't disappointed in the defense that we thought we would see from them. Offensively, they've done a nice job as well. as Lindsay spins the ball in her hand, ready for the second shot. It's on the way, and this time it's good. Back to a 5-point game. 20-15 is the score. Monroe City leads Clopton. 4:04 to go here in the half. Long lob pass in to Hayes. Hayes has to pick it up. She about got taken away. Throws across to Jones. Jones now in a little bit of trouble. Brings it back near side to Hayes. Hayes, long three on the way. It's off the mark. With the putback, though, is Youngblood. Youngblood there to clean it up. We talked about those second chance shots, and she was there in that position to get that rebound and put it back on the boards for another 2 points from Monroe City. 22-15, 3:40 to go here in the half. Hammett out to Spoonster. Spoonster splits the defense. Goes up. Her shot banks it in. It might not have been pretty, but it works for Tinley Spoonster. Give her 4 on the night, 22-17. And there's a travel by Megan Hayes. She got a little excited, saw her teammate down court, was wanting to throw it up there and was just didn't hit that pivot foot. Stopped quick enough.
Clopton's making some changes. Shani Yates is in, Brea Smith, and so is Stacia Talbert.
So Yates inbound the basketball from the free throw line, extended over on the far side in front of the fans. Gets it into Lindsay. Lindsay to Parker. Parker looks near side with it to Yates. Yates at the end of Monroe City's bench, back up top to Parker. Parker finds Talbert. Talbert in the paint, puts the ball in the court. Back out to Lindsay. Lindsay works it around to Parker once again, top of the key. Backs it up. She's guarded by Jones. Jones giving her some space up top. Gets it to Smith. Smith's going to kick it out to Yates. Yates wants another three. It's off the back of the rim. No good. Ball's loose. With the rebound was Hathaway. Hathaway throws it up to Youngblood. Youngblood takes it in for the layup. Rolls around, goes around the world a couple times, and it's good for Audrey Youngblood. And another 2 points.
6 points for Audrey Youngblood.
Back out to Smith. Smith down underneath the basket too far. High shot. It's up. It's no good. With the rebound is Pratt, but she's going to be fouled. We're going to walk to the other end and shoot some free throws. 2:38 to go here in the half.
Foul is on Stacia Talbert. It is her first.
So Stacia has 1 on the night. 24-17, 2:38 to go here in the half. Standing at the free throw line, I believe it's that Pratt. Okay. She'll get to shoot 2. First free throw shot is good. It decided it wanted to come out, but it held up at the end of the rim and fell back in. More substitutions coming in. We'll pick those up in just a few moments as Potterfield checks back in along with Chin. Pratt, second free throw shot on the way, and it's money as well. Nice free throw shooting in there for Monroe City. Gets it to a 9-point lead. Parker works around behind the arc. Crossover dribble, takes it, hands it to Smith. Smith to Yates. Yates all the way to the other side from the left-hand side. It's no good. Youngblood with the rebound. She hands it off to Pratt. Pratt pushes it into the front court. Goes cross court to Youngblood. Into the hands of Potterfield. It's in the ball game. Pratt once again works around, looks for the screen, picks up her dribble, needs some help, gets it from Youngblood, who's at the top of the Clopton's bench. Working against Talbert, hands it back to Pratt. We got a foul, and it's an offensive foul. Looks like it's going against Youngblood, and it is. That'll be her second. And I believe we should be walking to the other end for a 1-and-1. That's the 9th team foul. No, that's an offensive foul. Never mind. My apologies. I was too caught up in the moment. As Yates gets it in to Parker. 26-17 is our score. 2 minutes to go here in the half. Parker working around, wait for our offense to move. Hands it to Smith. Smith brings it back near side to Yates. Yates down low to Talbot. Talbot shots up and good.
What a pass from Shani Yates. She found a hole and she was able to get it down to Talbot, up for 2.
And ball's loose. It goes out of bounds. It's off Monroe City. It's another turnover. And Tinley Spoonster will check in now for Talbot. 26-19, 1:40 to go here in the first half. Monroe City's led the entire first half, but Clopton's been dangerously close, knocking on the door. As Yates inbounds to Spoonster. Spoonster goes up, but it's good. Again, it's not pretty, but it works, and she now has 6 points on the night.
Doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to go in.
That's right. Nice moves. Pratt gets it down low. Chin into the paint. Off her leg. And back to Clopton. That is a 5th turnover here in the second quarter. as Jasmine Hammett comes back in the basketball game along with Riley Koontz.
You can feel a shift in the momentum. Student section is loud and the bench is loud, and you can definitely tell that Clopton is wanting to get back into this game and close that gap.
It's a 5-point game here with 1:20 to go in the half. Parker again in control for the Lady Hawks. Takes it into the front court. Works it around with the left hand all the way down. Her shot's up. It's no good. With the rebound is Hathaway. Gets it in the hands of Pratt. Pratt brings it near side to Hayes. Excuse me, that's Chin. Back to Pratt, over to Jones. Jones back to Pratt again with the left hand. Goes inside, and it's going to be Skylar Parker picking up another foul. And Campbell Lindsay says, never mind, I didn't want to take a breather anyway.
That is Parker's third foul.
And I believe that's Hathaway at the free throw line. She's going to get to shoot 2. She's 1 for 2 from the charity stripe so far this evening. 58 ticks to go here in the first half. First free throw shot's up and no good. Parker comes out. Also going to coming in for the shooter is Megan Hayes if Hathaway makes this one. Shot up on the way, and it's good. Again, nice free throw shooting by Monroe City this evening.
Hathaway 50% from the charity stripe today.
Under a minute to go here in the half. It's a 6-point game. Monroe City still on top. Lindsay running the point now for the Lady Hawks. Brings it near side to Spoonster. Spoonster stands in the middle of Monroe City's bench, puts the ball on the court, needs some help. Going to get from Smith. Smith gives a little fake. Looks inside, back up top to Lindsay. Lindsay to Spoonster again. Middle of Monroe City's bench, puts the ball on the court with the left hand, works it around. She's looking for a gap. Here comes Smith. Hits her in stride. Shots up. It's to Riley Koontz. Count the bucket and the foul.
And that foul is on...
we'll see. They put it up there. That's against Potterfield.
Okay.
As Koontz.
He had it behind.
27-23 our score. 26 ticks to go here in the half. Free throw shot up on the way, and it's good. Riley Koontz with the and one. It makes it a 27-24. It's a 3-point game here with 20 seconds to go in the half. So with the basketball is Monroe City. Jones brings it near side to Pratt. Pratt holds the ball high. Stops in the paint. Her shot's up. It rolls around. It's no good. Hathaway coming away at the basketball. And they're going to call a travel. She went up and came down. Shannon Yates checking back in the basketball game. So looks like it's going to be Lindsay inbounding to Yates with 3 seconds. Yates going to go across. Long half-court shot at the buzzer is no good.
It was close, though.
It was, and that is the score at halftime. As Monroe City leads Clopton at 27-24. We have your halftime report coming up next here on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
As temperatures fall, CD rates are rising at People's Savings Bank. With flexible terms from 4 months to 24 months, get more for your money with annual percentage yields as high as 3.82%. Stop in at any of our 11 locations, including right here in Bowling Green, to open a high interest rate CD, or check us out online at ourpsb.com. People's Savings Bank. Member FDIC. Quoted APY based on a 4-month term with a minimum $1,000 deposit to open or obtain stated APY. Terms and conditions may change. Ask for details.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated, and Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, you name it, and Ed will tackle it. Just call 573-324-3433 and let the friendly, knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Broadcasting from the family truck booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Well, Maddie, it's been an exciting first half here in the high school gym. Right now, Monroe City leads Clopton 27-24. They've led by as many as 10. Monroe City has. They've led this entire first half. They've led by as many as 10. Clopton came out. Campbell Lindsay put up the first 5 points. And from there, Clopton just kind of took off a little bit.
Yes, and so whenever this game started, I think Clopton was kind of stunned, and you could kind of see it, and they just needed to slow themselves down as they were down by 10. But when Campbell Lindsay came in, she scored the first 5 points of the game, cut that lead in half, and then they went on an 8-point run with no response from Monroe City. And so you kind of felt that momentum kind of swing a little bit. But then we went straight back to going back and forth, and we knew it was going to be a physical game today, and that's exactly what we're getting.
We're going to break down some scoring for you here in just a little bit. A quick update from the other gym. Ellsbury leads leads Louisiana in the third over there, 27-13. So we'll recap scores as we continue to move along here through the halftime show as well. We'll take a quick break. We've got some halftime scoring for you coming up as you're listening to Clopton Invitational Tournament action on Eagle 102.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Lynn's Heritage House in Louisiana offers affordable, home-like senior living, enabling your loved ones the independence they want and the services they need. Staffed 24 hours a day with low resident-to-staff ratio and designated areas to visit your loved ones safely, rest assured Lynn's Heritage House provides peace of mind for you and those you love. So if you or someone you know is ready for a retirement home or need care from a hospital stay or surgery, Lynn's Heritage House has rooms ready. Call to set up a tour and visit soon, 754-4020, or visit 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana.
When it's time for some heavy-duty work at your place, there's only one name to remember, McMailer. McMailer & Sons, Backhoe and Excavating of Silex, offers septic system pumping and grease trap cleanouts. Just give them a call for all types of backhoe work with high lift and track hoe. They install water or sewer lines, septic tanks, and drain tile. They can build lakes, do dump truck work, jackhammering, bobcat work, and more. Fully insured, you can count on quality workmanship from McMailer & Sons, Backhoe and Excavating in Silex. Call 573-384-5978.
Stay tuned for Clopton tournament coverage all week long with Eagle 102 Sports, brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Calumet of Missouri, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
So, Maddie, you've got some scoring for us right now as Monroe City leads Clopton at the half, 27-24.
Yes, leading scoring for Clopton is Tinley Spoonster. She has 6 points on the evening, and well, she's tied with Campbell Lindsay, and they both have 6 points. So looking at some underclassmen there, it's freshmen that are leading the scoring for Clopton, and then right behind them is junior Stacia Talbert with 5 points. Shani Yates has 3 points on the day. Skylar Parker with 2, and Brea Smith also has 2. But the big thing here is Clopton is in some foul trouble. They've already had 13 fouls in the first half. Skylar Parker had 3. Jasmine Hammett with 2. Shani Yates with 2. Tinley Spoonster has 1. Campbell Lindsay has 1. Stacia Talbert has 1. And Brea Smith has 2. Looking at scoring for Monroe City, leading scoring here is Naren Hayes. She has 8 points, followed by Lucy Pratt with 6, and Audrey Youngblood also has 6. Kaylin Chapman with 2. Meredith Gares has 3, and with 2 points as well is Sam Hathaway. They only have 9 fouls, but this has been a very physical game, and lots of balls that are loose, and hands are flying, and legs are going everywhere. We'll continue to see probably some more fouling here, but both teams are going to have to be careful in that second half.
And I don't know that we're seeing anything that we didn't expect.
No, both teams are applying pressure. They're playing very quick. These teams like to push each other, and so you're seeing some people have to come out as, you know, they may be a little winded, and you want to you want to make sure you have your best team out on the court at all times, and so whenever you're pushing and pushing and pushing, you're going to have to get those breaks in, and you're going to have to see other people step up, which is exactly what we have seen, especially from the freshmen on Clopton's side.
And I think that both coaches for both teams have done a nice job of rotating players in and out.
It's been a very good mix, and they're in and out, and so you're keeping people fresh for longer, and they're hoping to get contributions from across their lineup.
All right, we're going to take another break. We'll have second half action coming your way next here from the Clopton Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Bowie General Services.
This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Did you know our agency currently offers over 30 programs and services to our communities? The Women, Infant, and Children's Program, infant through adult immunizations, car seat safety courses, diabetes counseling, and of course our amazing home health and hospice programs, just to name a few. Learn more by visiting our website at pikecountyhealth.org and see what services you and your family could benefit from.
You simply can't buy a better replacement window than one from Sun Window Company. Energy-efficient windows and doors with a lifetime warranty on both the window and installation. Sun Window Company, family-owned and operated since 1989, offers low factory direct prices on high-quality vinyl windows, custom designed to fit perfectly and built to last. See how much you can save. Call Sun Windows, 573-549-2080 for details and a free estimate. Sun Window Company, Highway 161 in Middletown.
One multi-sports complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One multi-sports complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Kuda's Auto Repair in Farber is a full-service repair shop, offering oil changes to engine replacements and everything in between. All repairs are backed by a nationwide 24-month, 24,000-mile warranty. Kuda's Auto Repair features Motorcraft batteries, a full line of tires and lift kits. Kuda's Auto Repair also has 24/7 towing and recovery services for all light-duty vehicles. Located at 518 South Main in Farber, Kuda's Auto Repair. Call 573-249-KUDA. That's 573-249-5832 for Kuda's Auto Repair.
Stay tuned for Clopton tournament coverage all week long with Eagle 102 Sports, brought to you by the Mercantile Bank, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pepsi.
Marianne Everhart, Maddie Ingram in with you here at the Clopton Invitational Tournament. We are getting ready for second half action here, Maddie, and I think if I had to be a guessing person, I think the fouls are going to come down to what actually decides this game.
Yes, and so you already have a couple of your key players in Clopton's lineup who they already have 3 fouls. They have 2 fouls. Whatever it may be, they're still riding that border where they're going to have to be careful. And so if somebody fouls out, that's going to take a big part away from your defense and your offense.
So, again, it's a 3-point lead for Monroe City here as we start the third, 27-24. Monroe's led by as many as 10. Clopton has obviously narrowed the gap. I think 3 is the closest it's been for quite a while. It's going to be Monroe City's ball to start the second half. Looks like it's the same starting 5 out for both teams. We'll pick it up as Pratt once again has the ball for Monroe City. She's guarded by Parker. Gets it back to Hayes. Back to Pratt. Pratt up top. Over the far side. Long 3 to start the second half. It's no good. Youngblood comes in, but it's Boonster who tips it away. Ends up in the hands of Clopton. Smith takes it all the way down. She's too far underneath the basket. Goes up, gets her own shot. That was blocked. She's fouled. She's going to go to the free throw line.
She was making room for herself as she was too far under the basket, and she was fouled, and so she'll go to the free throw line, and she's shooting 2. That foul is going on
for a first
Youngblood?
one. Pratt.
Oh, Pratt. Okay.
First free throw shot is up and good for Smith. She brings it within 2. It's the closest it's been since the start. As Smith dribbles once again. Shot on the way, and it's a 1-point game. 27-26 as we're just getting rolling here. Haven't even played a full 30 seconds yet here in the third quarter. Pratt once again over to Hayes. Hayes into the front court. That was to Gares. Gares to Youngblood. Youngblood on the block on the near side. Long 3 coming off the back of the rim. It's tipped around. With the rebound out to Pratt. Pratt wants a 3. It's off the rim. It's no good. With the rebound this time, once again, it was Gares. Gares
Tipped out of bounds.
Had it knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Clopton.
Skylar Parker over there.
In the other gym, still in the third quarter. 33-17 is our score. Ellsbury leads Louisiana. So Hayes gets it into Pratt. Pratt has run the point for the Lady Panthers all game. To Chapman. Chapman on the elbow extended. Holds the ball high, puts the ball on the court, and shots up. It's no good, but Shannon Yates is going to pick up her third foul. And that'll send Chapman to the free throw line to shoot 2. 6:57 to go here in the third. It's a 1-point game. Monroe City on top by 1, now make it 2.
Her first point of the half. Kaylin Chapman, so she'll shoot another.
Yates gets to stay out there. 3 fouls. Second free throw shot on the way is also good. Back to a 3-point game. 29-26. Monroe City falls back into their half-court defense. With it is Parker. Parker picks up her dribble, needs some help. Gets it from Spoonster and ends up in the hands of Monroe City.
Youngblood
can't quite hold on to it.
Intercepted that pass that was intended for Tinley Spoonster.
So Tinley will now inbound the basketball at the head of Clopton's bench. She has to get it around Youngblood, gets it into Yates. Yates puts the ball in the court with the left hand. Stops, kicks it back up top to Spoonster. Over to the far side to Parker. Parker works it, brings it near side, now spins, goes back the other direction. Needs some help. Gets it from Smith, who's behind her. Smith has to get it because she doesn't want to double dribble. Now over far side to Parker. Spoonster. Long shot from Smith. It's up. It's no good. With the rebound is Chapman. She did a nice job blocking out and getting in position for that rebound. Here comes Pratt the other direction. Hayes with it. Hayes takes it over into the paint. Knocked out of bounds, and it's saved by Clopton, but it's right in the hands. No, they say it's not saved by Clopton. They say Clopton's last to touch it. So Monroe City will keep it along the baseline on the far side.
So the shot no good. Does not count.
Hayes along the baseline. She's looking for her offense. Gets it to Pratt. Pratt who goes back door. Shots up and good.
8 points for Lucy Pratt.
She's been a nightmare for the Lady Hawks so far tonight. Parker takes it all the way down to the block, and they're going to call a travel. Campbell Lindsay going to check back in now. She'll come in for Parker. Full court, man-to-man defense from the Hawks. So they look. They throw the ball in, and it's stolen by Smith. Smith takes it up, off the glass, and it's good. Brea Smith with another 2. Makes it 31-28.
Heads-up defense by Brea Smith and was able to intercept that pass and take it in for a layup.
Goes out of bounds off Brea Smith's leg as she was trying to cut off the pass and hit her leg and rolls right out of bounds. 31-28, 5:35 to go here in the third quarter. With the basketball is Monroe City. Long shot on the way. It's off the back of the rim. That was from Gaines, and they're going to call a foul, and I believe it's going to go against Youngblood, and if they do, that is her third. They do.
That is her third of the day, as you mentioned. She has 6 points, but we talked about this already, but fouls have been prominent on both sides, and it's really going to come down to who can foul the least here in those last few minutes of the game.
31-28 is our score. In the third quarter, Monroe City leads. Spoonster with it over on the far side, or near side. She has it taken away. With it is Hayes. Hayes throws it to Pratt. Pratt brings it into the front court for the Lady Panthers. To Paff. Paff. Now back out to Pratt. Pratt backs it up. And we got to travel.
Looked like it was almost stripped away by Campbell Lindsay, and she moved her feet after that, trying to recover.
She kind of lost her balance trying to get out of the way, and it's a turnover for Monroe City. Back in the hands of Clopton. Lindsay with the basketball. She brings it to the near side. Crossover dribble, takes it to the far side all the way around. Down low to Smith. Smith's too far underneath. No, she is not. It's a 1-point game. Makes it 31-30.
Smith does a great job of making room when there isn't any room.
And we've got a foul from Clopton. And I believe that's going against Campbell Lindsay. It is. That is her second or third?
That is her second of the day.
We got a timeout. Coach from Monroe City wants to talk to his Lady Panthers. We'll hear from some of our sponsors. 4:47 to go here in the third. Monroe City leads Clopton by 1, 31-30. You're listening to Clopton Tournament Action on Eagle 102.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Tim Jenkins, Eolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Stay tuned for Clopton tournament coverage all week long with Eagle 102 Sports, brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Knight Equipment Company, and Advanced Physical Therapy.
So Monroe City to inbound the basketball. They get it into Pratt. Pratt over on the far side to Gears, to Paff. Paff back to Gears again. She thought about the three, instead puts the ball on the court. She's too far out of position. They get it back in the hands of Paff. Paff shots up and good.
Her first points of the evening.
So going back the other direction with it is Lindsay. Lindsay into the front court, top of the key, takes it to the far side, works around, and she's going to travel. She kind of bounced off the defense by Monroe City and wasn't able to maintain her position. Long pass up for Monroe City. And they may have gotten away with the travel.
Coach Devin Street not happy about that for obvious reasons.
So with it up top is Monroe. Hands it off to Pratt. Pratt back in control, brings it near side, and they catch her that time. That's Garnes. Over in the middle school gym, right now Ellsbury leads Louisiana 39-22 in the fourth quarter.
Skylar Parker and Riley Kuntz have just come in. Shani Yates and Jasmine Hammett come out for Clopton.
So with the basketball is Parker. Parker to Spooster. Spooster goes up. Her shot's blocked, but she's headed to the free throw line. She's going to get to shoot two.
Spoonster has 6 points on the night, looking to make it 8.
That was on Garnes.
Yes.
That is her third. Spoonster at the charity stripe for the Lady Hawks. First shot is up, and it's good. So Jones returns to the basketball game for Gars. As Boonster stands at the charity stripe for her second. Shot on the way. Rims in and out, no good. Ball's tipped around. It's going to go out of bounds. So says last touch by Monroe City. So Clopton will have it under their own basket. 33-31 our score. 3:50 to go here in the third. They get it in to Coots. Lindsay with it, now near side with it to Spoonster. She turns around, drops for two, and it's good. It's a tied ball game, 33-all.
Tinley Spoonster has definitely stepped it up here in the second half and has helped her team out, putting up 3 points. Now 9 on the night.
So Pratt looking to get the ball in. She finds Chapman. Chapman to Jones. Jones will bring it across the timeline for the Lady Panthers. She works it around. She's guarded up top by Smith. Takes it over to the far side, looks for some help. And Smith comes out, puts some more pressure on her. Now they get it into the hands of Chapman. Chapman dribbles with the left hand, spins in the paint, shots up. It's no good. She's fouled. She's going to go to the free throw line. Chapman's done good from the charity stripe.
Fouls going on Brea Smith, her third.
Chapman is 2 for 3 from the free throw line so far this evening. Free throw shot up off the back of the rim and no good. She'll get a second. Shannon Yates now coming in for Smith. They're trading 3 for 3 at the moment. Also set to return to the game, should Chapman make it, is Hathaway, Sam Hathaway. Chapman dribbles, shots up, it's on the way, it's short. With the rebound is Clopton. They get in the hands of Parker. Parker. Well, she manages not to travel. Yates wants a three for the lead, and she gets it. Shannon Yates with the tray and gives Clopton their first lead of the night. Here comes Pratt back the other direction. Pratt to the free throw line. Down low. Shots up. It's no good.
Tipped by Clopton, so it'll stay with Monroe City.
40-24 is our score in the other gym as Ellsbury leads Louisiana still in the fourth. Hayes looks to inbound. They want it in the hands of Pratt. She's covered. They finally get it. And Lindsay provides all kinds of coverage. Pratt brings it back out. She's trying to think and get her offense set up. Lindsay's not giving her any room, so now Jones comes. Jones into the paint. Bounce pass down low. Hathaway shots up. It's no good. With the loose basketball is Lindsay. Lindsay pushes it into the front court. She stops. Hands it off to Parker. Parker brings it near side to Yates. She wants another three, and it's off the mark, but Spencer's there. Count the bucket and the foul for Riley Coots.
A good run here by Clopton as it seems that they found their groove and they're making shots that they need to, and some players are stepping up really big here.
We got a timeout on the court. We'll take one as well. 2:25 to go in the third. Clopton now leads Monroe City 38-33. You're listening to Clopton Tournament Action on Eagle 102.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug Booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week.
Maddie, what a game we've got going on here. Riley Coons coming up big. We talked about the young players for the Clopton Lady Hawks doing some scoring tonight, keeping the Lady Hawks in this one, trying to advance on as they're playing a tough number 5 Monroe City Lady Panthers team. The N1 shot's on the way, off the front of the rim, off the side, no good. With the rebound is Monroe City. Clopton on top by 5, 38-33. 2:19 to go here in the third. Hayes hands it off to Jones. Jones brings it back, top of the key. Back to Hayes. Hayes wants a three. Can she get it? It's off the rim, no good. Hathaway with the rebound. Pratt with the three. She wants it. It's off the mark.
Shayna Yates, who had that ball, she got it off the rebound and then stepped out of bounds trying to toss it in, but it looked like she was hit off the foot of somebody from Monroe City, so Clopton will have the ball.
So Kuntz comes out. Smith returns. Clopton's basketball with 2:02 to go in the third. Skylar Parker back in the ball game. She's picked up by Pratt. Looks for the screen. Takes all the way down. Her shot's up. It's no good. Smith there for the putback. No good. Ball still loose. It's going to go out of bounds. They'll say his last touch by Clopton. I mean, I kind of hate to tell that official, but that's kind of anticlimactic. So with it is Jones. Jones brings it around. He pushes it into the front court. Jones over to the far side. That's the Chin. Back up top with it to Jones. Jones dribbles around to get some pressure from Spoonster. Working around, dribbling with the right hand. Brings it near side. It's taken away by Lindsay. Lindsay has the numbers, and it's come from behind is Megan Hayes as she knocks it out of bounds.
It will be Clopton's ball.
Yeah, nice defense there by Megan Hayes to catch up and knock that out of bounds.
Campbell Lindsay, she was moving down the court pretty quick and was headed to the basket for a layup. Just knocked out of bounds by Hayes.
Yates, right in front of the Lady Hawks door, gets it inbounds to Parker. Parker, back to Yates. Another three. It's off the mark. Chasing down the loose basketball is Parker. Clopton maintains possession. Parker works it on the near side. She splits defenders, gets it off to Smith. Smith. She doesn't realize she can dribble. Now she does, and she's going to be fouled by Chin. I believe that's only the first foul by Olivia Chin.
Mm-hmm. It is. That is the team's 5th foul this quarter.
Stacia Talbot returning for Tinley Spoonster. Yates gets it in to Parker. Parker back to Yates. Yates goes up, and she's fouled. And I can't imagine Monroe City's all that excited about that foul.
And it's on number 10, which is Megan Hayes.
So Yates stands at the free throw line. She has 6 with 1:04 to go in the third.
It's Megan Hayes' first foul.
Free throw shot up and good. 6-point lead is the largest of the night for Clopton.
7 points so far for Shayna Yates.
Parker comes out. Hammett returns. Yates' second free throw shot is high arcing, but it's good. And it's a 7-point lead for the Lady Hawks. With the basketball is Hayes. Gets it to Hayes. Megan has it now. And crosses into the front court. All the way over to the far side. Kicks it out to Chin. Chin brings it back up top to Pratt. It's a race. Campbell Lindsay looks to win it, but it's going to go out of bounds. And they'll say his last touch by Campbell. Man, what a foot race between those two.
Pratt kind of gave up after she realized that Campbell Lindsay was going to get to that ball, and then it just kind of hit off of the hand of Lindsay. She couldn't gain control, goes out of bounds.
From the other gym, Ellsbury advances as they defeat Louisiana by the score of 44-24. Remember, you can always find a full recap of scores on the scoreboard page at kjfmradio.com. Pratt throws it into Hayes. It's tipped away. Coots comes with it, gets it in the hands of Spoonster. Spoonster to Hammett. She loses a handle on it, so back-to-back turnovers, and that's going to result in a foul.
That foul is on number 44, which is Campbell Lindsay.
That's her third.
So Lindsay, Yates, and Parker all have 3 fouls.
So
Freya Smith as well.
Lauren Blackwell checking in for Jasmine Hammett. They get it into Pratt. Pratt stolen away by Spoonster. Spoonster's up, and it's good. Tenley Spoonster with the heads-up play.
Another big play from Spoonster.
Over the far side with it. And it looks like Riley Kuntz might have fouled. Seeing that right? No, that's Skylar Parker.
I believe that Tinley Spoonster is the first player with double digits on either side.
Oh, they called it on Lauren Blackwell. Her first foul of the night. 15th foul. 42-33 is our score. Out top with it to Pratt. Ball's loose. And they chase it in the backcourt. It's a backcourt violation. So Clopton now has it down in their home bench area.
Good hustle by Hammett.
I can't tell. Does it sound like Coach Street might be losing her voice a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Yates with it to Spoonster. Her shot's up. It rolls around. It's no good. Ball's loose. It's going to go out of bounds. Say last touch by Clopton. We're playing some offense for defense. I've never seen Coach Street hug a player as much as she was hugging Campbell Lindsay. She's like, no, you have 3 fouls. Sit down. With 18 and a half seconds to go, they're going to let the girls that are out there now play this one out, try to avoid any more fouls being picked up here in the third. Megan Hayes with the basketball for the Monroe City Lady Panthers. She's working against Spoonster. She picks it up, carries it into the front to Pratt. Pratt in a little bit of trouble. She gets over the far side, down the line is Gars. Gars shots up. It's no good. With the rebound is Spoonster. She gets it to, Spoonster takes a shot at the end of the third, but it's a little too late, but not before Clopton regains the lead as we're headed into the final quarter of the evening. They have the lead 42-33. We've got your fourth quarter action coming up next from the Clopton Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook.
Royal Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away.
Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri, member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug Booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week.
Well, first off, congratulations to Ellsbury Lady Indians coach Carrie Koch-Dow. She received her 100th career win as she got the win, or the Lady Indians got the win over Louisiana. Parker with it. Near side to Spooster. Back out to Parker. Parker pulls up. She wants a long shot, and it's good. Skylar Parker with 2.
Big second half for Skylar Parker as she has 9 points already.
Into the front court with it is the Lady Panthers. With it is Pratt. Pratt getting some heat there from Hammett. They hand it back off to Chapman. Chapman back to Pratt. Pratt takes it down underneath. Her little hook shot. Oh, that was a nice hook shot. Man, if that had fallen through, that had been beautiful. Long 3. Oh, it's no good for Monroe City. With the rebound is Clopton. They get to Smith. Smith's going to take it all the way in. Shots up. It's no good. With the rebound is Pratt. Pratt seems to be just about everywhere I talk about. Great athlete. Takes it down, stops, pops. Their shot's no good. Parker with the rebound. She kicks it out to Yates. Now it's getting a little sloppy. Shots up, and it's good. And I was trying to see who that was from. Was that Chapman underneath?
I think that was Chapman. They were all pretty much the same height and everything.
44-35 is our score. Clopton on top here in the 4th. So the Ellsbury Lady Indians will face the Silex Lady Owls on Wednesday night here in the high school gym. Here comes Shannon Yates. She wants another 3, and it's money. Shannon Yates, the queen of threes tonight, gives Clopton their largest lead at night by 12. Come back the other way is Gars. So Clopton will now inbound the ball along the baseline.
Darren Hayes bringing the ball in.
They get it. Up goes Gars. Her shot's up. It's no good. Ball's tipped around. Coming away with it, though, is Youngblood. And that's her first 2 points here the second half. It's a 10-point basketball game. Smith trying to find some room, but there's nothing there. Coach Street's going to call a timeout to save the turnover. We'll take a timeout here from some of our sponsors. 47-37 our score. Clopton leads with 6:14 to go in the game. You're listening to Clopton Tournament Action on Eagle 102.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
Stay tuned for Clopton tournament coverage all week long with Eagle 102 Sports, brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, Bolin Chevrolet, Sun Window Company, and Rick Rodhouse Insurance Agency.
Clopton has the 10-point lead here in the 4th. 47-37, 6:14 to go in the ball game. Yates gets it into Parker. Parker in the backcourt up front with it to Smith. Smith back to Yates. She gives a head fake, puts it on the court, kicks out to Hammett. Hammett wants a shot, and it's money. Jasmine Hammett with 2. She wants in on the scoring this evening.
Her first 2 points of the day.
Monroe City gets it into the front court. Over the far side, trying to find some spaces. Jones to Pratt. Near side with it to Gars. Gars takes it down to the baseline. Backs it up. Needs some help. Looks. And it's knocked out of bounds by Parker as they're trying to feed it to Pratt. Again, congratulations to Ellsbury Lady Indians head coach Carrie Koch-Dow on her 100th career win, as the Ellsbury Lady Indians defeated Louisiana earlier tonight in opening round action here at Clopton Invitational Tournament.
Advancing in the championship side of the bracket.
Jones with it now for Monroe City. She's guarded by Smith. She looks. Who puts the ball on the court? She's going to back up. They're going to reset things. Over to the far side with this Youngblood. Back to Jones again. Jones brings it near side to Pratt. Pratt works it all the way back over to the far side. Down, kicks it out to Youngblood. Youngblood comes back to Jones. She thought about the three. Looks for some help. Gets it from Gars. Gars works it around on the far wing, near wing, back to Jones. And that was a steal by Parker, but it's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay with Monroe City.
Skylar Parker has been right where she needed to be multiple times this evening and making those interferences and trying to get the ball to steal it to take it down to the hoop.
Tinley Spoonster comes in for Brea Smith. Have a couple substitutions. Also, we'll pick up from Monroe City, as I saw Hathaway for sure checking back in the ball game. Pratt into Jones. Jones and Lindsay collide. Hammett to Lindsay. Lindsay's going all the way in. Shots up. It's no good. With the rebound, though, Spoonster. She brings it out to Yates. Back up top with it to Parker. Over the far side to Hammett. Hammett down low to Yates. Out to Lindsay. Her shot short off the rim, but it's Hammett. Back to Lindsay. A little pitch and catch. Here comes Parker. She wants two more. Her shot's no good. Come flying in from behind was Spoonster. Ball's loose. Lindsay dives for it. And we've got a mess. We're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Monroe City, and that was just all kinds of a mess.
Clopton did a great job of rebounding and moving to the ball, even if it meant diving on the floor to get there.
They did it. At the same time, Monroe City went flying like they were playing on the boys' football team. So hats off to them for their athletic ability as well. Pratt gives a head fake to Parker. She's going to cross that timeline, takes it over to the far side. Brings it back near side into the paint. Loses a handle on it. It's Spoonster going down for it. Gets it in the hands of Parker. Parker pushes in the front court. She doesn't have the numbers, but she takes it to the block anyway. Back out top. Spoonster stops, pops for two, and it's good.
What a performance by Tinley Spoonster.
Hayes with it up front to Jones. Jones does a nice job of not getting the travel call as she did a little tiptoe work there between the circles. We're down to 4 minutes to go here in the ball game. 51-37 is our score. Clopton on top. Jones takes it all the way over, and there's Hammett with the steal. Hammett gives it to Yates. They got to be looking to slow things down. Nope, never mind. Parker takes it to the hole. Shot, fingertip rolls up. It's no good, but she's headed to the free throw line.
Looks like the foul is going to go on number 14, which is Lucy Pratt.
That's only her second foul of the night. She's done a nice job defensively.
Been everywhere.
Everywhere.
And to only have 2 fouls with as much as she's been in is pretty impressive.
I feel like I've said her name all night long. First free throw's up and no good. And that's from both the offensive side and the defensive side. Brea Smith back in as Jasmine Hammett's going to get a breath after she was all over the court. 51-37 is our score. Clopton on top. Free throw shot up. Rims in and out, no good. Coming away now, I was going to say, there's kind of a mess, and it looks like it's going to go against Campbell Lindsay, and that'll be her fourth.
I will say both sides have really done a better job with the fouls in this second half. Clopton, that's just their 6th, and Monroe City has 7.
It's one of those things I don't know if they've done better with the fouls or the officials just aren't calling as close a game.
Still pretty much a physical game.
It is. Oh, so Pratt carries the basketball. Man, she just got her wheels going and got a little extra bounce there.
It's an NBA dribble.
Don't worry, girl. If this was the NBA, he'd have been safe. You'd have had about 4 more steps to go. So some substitutions coming in and out. Chapman returns for Gars. Looks like Hathaway comes out. I think Youngblood returned for her. No, Chin came in. Parker once again in control of the basketball for the Lady Hawks. She's at the top of Clopton's bench. Finds Yates. Yates skips across to the far side. Now to Smith. From the block extended on the far wing. She looks. Puts the ball on the court. Working around now with it to Parker. Parker down low. Back out. Spoonster to Smith. Smith shots up and it's good. Brea Smith with another 2 on the night. Makes it 53-37. They get to Hayes. Hayes pushes it in the front court. She looks like she's going all the way in. Fingertip roll. It's up. It's no good with the rebound. Clopton saves it. Yates tries to bounce it off, and it's going to finally go out of bounds. And it'll say his last touch by Monroe City.
Like it was Naren Hayes who had the last hand on the ball.
Hammett's going to come in for Koontz. 3:04 to go here in the ballgame. Clopton on top, 53-37. Little full court pressure from Monroe City. They get it up. Clopton does to Smith. Smith in the front court over on the far wing, being guarded by Pratt. Now finds Yates. Yates between the circles, far wing to Parker. Parker looks, thinks. Brings it to the near side, hands it to Hammett. Hammett, they're going to say traveled.
Got a little carried away trying to play offense there, and Naren Hayes was right on Hammett, making it tough for her to dribble the basketball and get to where she wanted to be.
From the free throw line, extended in the backcourt. Monroe City tries to get it in. They finally find Hayes. Hayes in the front court, stops. Down low to Chapman. Chapman shots up and good. So Chapman with another two. 53-39. Over on the far side with it is Parker. Parker to Yates. Yates spins around, brings it back near side. Now with it to Smith. Smith looks. Backs it up. Working it around, needs some help. Gonna kill a little clock here as she directs traffic. Over to Parker. Parker on the wing. She goes all the way in. Her fingertip rolls up and good. Skylar Parker with another two.
4 points on the night for Skylar Parker.
And Pratt, she just takes it herself all the way to the other end. It's tipped around. Getting the ball back is Monroe City after it was denied. Hayes pops, shoots for three. It's off the rim. It's a race, and Yates saves it. They're going to say she went out of bounds with it. Campbell Lindsay returns ball game now for Parker. Monroe City will inbound it at the end of their bench. With it, throws it up to Pratt. Pratt gets it back near side with it to Gars. Gars takes it in. Her running shots up. It's no good. With the rebound is Clopton. Here's Smith. Smith to Lindsay. Lindsay goes up. No bucket, but she's going to the free throw line.
She's going to shoot two. The foul is on. That is Lucy Pratt, so that is her third. She was guarding Lindsay.
First free throw shot for Lindsay is up, but no good.
Big first half from Campbell Lindsay, and she's made some great defensive and offensive plays today, been right where she needed to be, but no points here so far in the second half.
Lindsay spins the ball in her hands. Shots up on the way. This time it rolls around, does it a couple times, and it falls good.
Now 7 on the night for Lindsay.
56-39 is our score. Clopton on top. The seniors come out. Well,
junior.
Senior and junior. Sorry, Bray, I didn't mean to make you a senior yet. Down to a minute 38 to go. Near side with it. That was to Lindenbauer. Lindenbauer fed it to Hayes, and it's going to be Spoonster, I think, with the foul.
44.
Nope, it's going to be Campbell Lindsay, and she's going to sit down for the night. That's number 5.
So she fouls out. We knew early in the game that there was the possibility that somebody was going to foul out, as there were a lot of fouls early.
There were. And it looks like it's Megan Hayes at the free throw line. She's going to get to shoot 2. No, it's a 1-and-1. My apologies. Free throw shots up off the back of the rim, and it's no good. Clopton with the rebound. Parker in some trouble, gets some help from Talbert, and there's going to be a backcourt violation.
Feet were on the opposite side of the court whenever she caught that ball.
Jaden Williamson's in the basketball game for Clopton. Megan Hayes gets it to, I believe that's Potterfield. Potter has it stolen by Hammett. Hammett takes it in, lays it off the glass, and it's good. Jasmine Hammett says, I want some more points tonight. 58-39. Megan Hayes once again across the timeline, over to the far side. Looks like a few more. Skylar Gosney's in the game from Monroe City. Lindenbauer with the basketball now.
Less than a minute to play here in the fourth.
Avery Johnson now goes back door. Shots up, it's no good, but headed to the free throw line is Potterfield.
They called double dribble.
Oh, they did call double dribble.
So, Clopton's ball.
Also checking in the ball game for Clopton is Tylee Gronick. So with the basketball is Clopton. Parker with the left hand in the paint. She spins, goes up, shots, rolls around. It's no good. And everybody kind of looks at it. Lindenbauer with the rebound. And go to Megan Hayes, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Clopton. So it looks like Clopton will advance on in this one with 36 ticks to go. They will face Winfield. With the basketball is Monroe.
They throw it out, but it was tipped by somebody from Clopton, and so it'll stay with Monroe City.
So with 25 ticks to go, Monroe City has the basketball. Up top with it to Hayes. Hayes brings it back near side. That's to Johnson. Johnson works it around to Hayes. To Lindenbauer. Over the far wing now with it to Potterfield. Potterfield looks. It's in the hands of Gosney. Gosney working around. Tries to hand it off. Johnson with it now. And Williamson knocks it out of bounds. They'll stay with Monroe City with 7 ticks to go here in the ball game. Now they get in the backcourt to Hayes. Hayes looking to possibly just dribble this out as we're down to 3. Down to 2. Shot taken by Johnson. At the buzzer is no good. Clopton wins this one 58-39. We've got your postgame show coming up next here on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up.
Hi, this is Brock Mitchell, and I am a physical therapist with Advanced Physical Therapy in Bowling Green. At Advanced Physical Therapy, we treat everything from sports injuries to work rehabilitation, arthritis, and post-surgical rehabilitation. This includes spinal care, balance issues, and vestibular treatment. You have a choice when it comes to physical therapy, and we hope you choose Advanced Physical Therapy. Conveniently located across from Bowling Green High School on Business 61. Call us today to schedule your next physical therapy appointment at 573-324-6079.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes to the Philadelphian favorites Water Ice, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM.
Well, Maddie, what a game it was this evening. At the end of the first quarter, Monroe City had the lead over Clopton at 15-10. Heading into the locker room, Monroe City was up by 27-24. But it was the third quarter. Clopton came out in the second half and decided they were ready to take the lead in this basketball game. The third quarter ended with Clopton on top, 42-33, and then our final score, Clopton wins this one 58-39. Now, Monroe City led by as many as 10 in the first quarter. Clopton went on an 8-0 run, and then it's just like from there they just kept going.
Yes, they were going back and forth for a while there. It was a 3-point game for a really long time, but one of the big things that happened was that second half, and so you saw Tinley Spoonster come alive. You saw Brea Smith have quite a few points in that second half, and you just had contributions from a lot of different players for Clopton, and they were able to shut down Naren Hayes, who was leading scoring for Monroe City. And so she did not have any points in the second half, and so shutting her down was key in keeping that score where it was in the second half.
And I tell you what, talk about some big names for Monroe City. Lucy Pratt was a name we said all night long.
Yes, Lucy Pratt put up 8 points in the game, but she was everywhere. She was playing defense, she was playing offense, but she was everywhere she needed to be. And it wasn't until the second half of the game that she really had any foul trouble. I mean, she ended the night with 3 fouls, but for a while there, she was just at 1, even maybe midway through the third quarter.
And we laughed because I think we had, 2 people foul out?
Mm-hmm.
Campbell Lindsay and then someone from Monroe City, right?
Yes. I think it was Meredith Gayers.
So, I mean, that's pretty remarkable right there for as many fouls that were had. So, if you have scoring ready, let's go ahead and run down it.
Okay, Brea Smith leads, Tinley Spoonster leads with 13 for Clopton. Brea Smith with 12 for Clopton, and Shani Yates had 11. Next, it was Campbell Lindsay. She fouled out today, but an impressive performance. She had 7 points. 5 points, Tasha Talbert. 4 points for Jasmine Hammett. 2 points for Riley Kuntz, and 4 points for Skylar Parker, leading up to that 58 points. And then you also have Monroe City scoring, ending the night with 3 points with Meredith Gares. Kaylin Chapman had 8 points. Lucy Pratt had 8 points. As we mentioned, she was one of their key players on the evening. Taylor Paff with 2. 8 points for Naren Hayes, and she had a big first half, a really quiet second half. 8 points for Audrey Youngblood, kind of the same thing there. She put up 6 in the first half and just 2 in the second half. And then Sam Hathaway with 2 points for the Monroe City Lady Panthers.
All right, the Clopton Lady Hawks advance on to face Winfield after defeating Monroe City 58-39. Winfield defeated Mark Twain in the first game of the night over here in the high school gym, 61-32. In the middle school gym, Mark and April had the call for you. It was Silex over Wright City 61-33, and in the final game over there, Ellsbury defeated Louisiana 44-24. And again, congratulations to Ellsbury Lady Indians head coach Carrie Koch-Dow. That was her 100th career win.
And that's pretty big, and so they're advancing in the consolation side, the championship side of the bracket. Last year, they were your champions of the Clopton Lady Hawks side of the tournament. So congratulations to Ellsbury as they are looking to make their way back to the championship game, and they'll take on Silex on Wednesday.
All right, let's take one final break here on the post-game show. When we return, we'll take a look at boys' night, opening night, tomorrow night, and what you can find right here on KJFM.
Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company of New Haven and Pepsi-Cola of Bowling Green is proud to sponsor local schools and athletic teams. Pepsi is the beverage of choice and exclusive soft drink in all schools in Pike, Lincoln, Montgomery, and Warren counties. Besides Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sundrop, and Sierra Mist, Pepsi-Cola of Bowling Green also distributes Aquafina water, Dole juices, Lipton teas, Frappuccinos, Gatorade, and Sobe energy drinks. Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company of New Haven and Bowling Green.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Stay tuned for Clopton tournament coverage all week long with Eagle 102 Sports. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Northeast Missouri Title Company, and Meyer Implement Company.
So, Maddie, tomorrow night it is boys opening round action at 6 o'clock in the high school gym. Number 1 Clopton takes on number 8 Silex, followed by number 4 Monroe City taking on number 5 Winfield. In the middle school gym, number 2 Ellsbury will face number 7 Wright City, followed by number 3 Louisiana taking on number 6 Mark Twain. And Maddie, that Louisiana Mark Twain game is a rematch from over at Monroe City. And I'm telling you what, if you weren't over there for that game, you need to make sure you're here tomorrow night for it.
Yes, and so Mark Twain as well. They're just a very, very good team, and Coach Matt Smith will tell you all day long how good that they truly are, and so they're really going to give Louisiana a good run for their money, and so it should be a pretty good game in the EMO conference matchup, and so it should be a pretty good matchup.
All right, remember you can find a full recap of scores by visiting the scoreboard page at kjfmradio.com. Of course, we'll have them for you during Eagle 102 Sports, and we'll have tournament coverage for you all week long right here on KJFM, kjfmradio.com, the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Any final thoughts from the opening round tonight, Maddie?
Well, it's tournament time, and you can definitely tell there's something like a tournament magic where teams usually kick it up a notch, and so it's always a really fun week, and so everybody should tune in for the rest of the week as we'll have more games, both championship and consolation games that will give fans a good show.
For Mark and April Fronick in the other gym, and Maddie Ingram here tonight with the games with me this evening, I'm Marianne Everhart. You've been listening to Clopton Invitational Tournament action on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.